Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see a now healthy Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers as they match up with Jared Goff in the NFC champion LA Rams. Kickoff is moments away, so let's get you out to our commentators. As standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, we've got two NFC West teams here. Your assessment of the state of the division coming into 2019, is it the Rams to lose?
We saw the changing of the guard with the Rams taking over from Seattle a couple of seasons ago. But Seattle got back in the game pretty fast, didn't they? You remember preseason last year? It was doom and gloom. Ended up in the playoffs. Arizona, they're kind of hitting the reset button. It's San Francisco to keep your eye on. With good health, good drafts, they could be the team that can really contend.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Jared Goff leading the Rams onto the field. Well, Goff had won 9 straight games versus the NFC West before the Week 5 Thursday night loss at Seattle. Now in that game, 29 of 49, put it in the air a lot, 395 yards, 2 touchdowns, but also an interception. And you think about his numbers so far, 7 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. That's been the problem, taking care of the football, because he's put up the yardage numbers. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, 912 yards combined through the air for Jared Goff. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. This will go for 5 up to the 33. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Dee Ford, a lightning-quick edge rusher, has made his way from Kansas City to San Francisco, and no one happier than interior defensive lineman DeForest Buckner. That should free him up for more one-on-ones inside, and Ford's speed off the edge will surely make quarterbacks get rid of the ball a whole lot quicker.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Come on, let's go.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're back up to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam. And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
Matt Breida often gets overlooked when we talk about top running backs in the NFL, but he had a very efficient season in 2018, almost doubling his rookie season yardage. And if he gets a spot of daylight, look out. Registered the fastest carry in the NFL in 2018, hitting nearly 22 miles per hour.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. JoJo Natson back deep for the Rams. This is taken at the 18. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams here set to get the football back on offense. This is a crew at 3 and 2 that got off to a hot start with those 3 straight wins to begin the season. Then came the Week 4 debacle against Tampa Bay. They get the short week, have to travel up the coast to Seattle on a Thursday night in Week 5, and it came down to a 44-yard field goal, which would seem to be money in the bank for Greg Zuerlein, but he pushed it wide right, and the Rams now sit at 3 and 2. They have some extra time to think about it before they regroup for another big one back home against the 49ers Week 6. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Of course, with Gurley, the Rams, they have been content to monitor that workload in the early part of the season, mostly keeping him around the 14 to 16 carry mark. A far cry from last year when he had games of, gosh, he had 28 carries in one game, 25 in another, 23 in another. But it's been a different story for Todd Gurley in 2019. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The 5th year back from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Block 20. 54 Mike. Hey, watch that.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown.
We go. 180. 54. Mike, 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a 1st down. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his 2nd NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. So they're on that play offensively. They ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On second down, it's Brown. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. That time a 9-play drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. 49ers offense retaking the field, and there are 2 undefeated teams left in the NFL. The Patriots at 5-0, and then these San Francisco 49ers at 4-0 coming off that Monday night win against Cleveland in Week 5. Remember, they had their open week 4. Next up, 2 on the road. They'll stay on the West Coast to face the Rams down in L.A., and then they'll head east 3 time zones to take on the Redskins of Washington. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 26. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
In your face.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
I got a kick out of talking last year with Aaron Donald about how when he came out of college, many NFL teams thought he might be undersized to play defensive tackle. Instead, he's been a perennial all-pro, Pro Bowl player since day one, and offenses are still searching for ways to block him and keep him from disrupting their offense.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo, he's going to give this to Breida on the draw, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jared Goff and the NFC champs, they get ready to begin this drive. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They defer to Brown to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Goff now to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
180. 54 miles. Hey, tighten down. There you go. That's it.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he is not going to get the first down, as they'll spot this at about the 28. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on to punt for L.A. On the return, it's James. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. That's one where you probably give the ball carrier a bit of a mulligan, right?
Yeah.
Where was he going to go there?
Yeah, you could almost see his brain turning over from our perspective. Just put your foot in the ground and go, except there was no place to put his foot in the ground, and there was no place to go. No room to roam.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Man! Set up!
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Garoppolo again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline. but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way,
Here we go.
when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards there, a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's get moving. Come on.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They run with Breida, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
You better be afraid of me.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers would tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Point 20. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Big stop.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Here we go. 180. 54. Here we go. Let's bring it.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Gurley. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Something looked weird there up front. The offensive linemen, it's like they weren't on the same page.
Yeah, every play design has a huge element of trust that everyone's going to do their job. But if one person doesn't and you have a breakdown, everything goes to rubble.
Point 20. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Play action. It's Goff. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here we go, here we go. 180! And watch the leg.
Here's Breida. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Here we go. 180! 54 miles. Hey, let's go.
Now it's Breida. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle and swallowed him up. Now Garoppolo. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Got him in. It's Brown. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This is Breida. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Play action, Garoppolo. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now Goff on 1st down. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But
that's caught inside the 20. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Goff now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Goff now looking to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
6-man.
Now a give to Breida. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go.
As a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Garoppolo finding Goodwin. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. 180. Check. Walk 54.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Drops it off for Coleman. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. And Gould is able to put it through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Like 20. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
From the 29, Goff. This will be caught by Brown. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Rams on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
We got this.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised, just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second and 5 now. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go. 180! Right there, 54 Mike. No chance!
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go, here we go, here
So
we go.
they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's gone. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 120! 54! Kill! Cut!
Man open, it's Goodwin. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pick your game up.
A run here with Brown. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
54. Right here.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
It's been a long day for you.
Now a carry for Brown. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Out of the gun, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They go with Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running right, here's Brown. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage. Knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times and made a nice play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo now. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Natson. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Wait, 20. Right there, 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the 3rd quarter?
And every guy has his whisperer on the team. You know, that one guy who can say things to him that other people can't. Right now, he's looking for that guy to kind of, hey, we're good. We're good. 1 interception. Just get it back. Get back to being who you are.
Here we go.
And this team will be okay.
Yeah, because they led at halftime, trailing now. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here we go. Black 80! 54 miles. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Josh Carraway in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. The kick by Gold is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Goff now to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a play fake here on first down, and that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it'll be second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Like 20. 54. Like 54. Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Watch the slant.
Now it's gone. This will be caught inside the 10. 11 yards there, first down. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On first and goal, Gurley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now gone. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone. Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you. Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush. On the handoff, this is Breida, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's checking.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 61 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it? No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here we go.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it. And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust. And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so. Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to break our 4th quarter time. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. Let's go, D, let's go.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Man open, it's Goodwin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here we go. 180. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 yards there and a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now Gold for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Goff. And Woods has it complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Right there.
Again, Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Come on, fellas.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Twist.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So Goff and the Rams down by 7, 1:50 to play. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And got a man. It's Woods. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Back to throw. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
On first down, it's gone. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again is Goff. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.